And how about this beautiful Saturday weather for you? I'm Tom Convica, and I've got some numbers for you and a forecast coming up for tomorrow as well as the week ahead. We've got some changes coming. Right now, we're 71 out at AEX with our tower cam pointed westbound. And you can see the sun going to be setting here in a little while. Dew point 33, the air remains dry, so it is going to be another cool night tonight, seasonally cool. And then moving up to Gina and LaSalle Parish, we're still in the low to mid 70s in that direction. And likewise, the same old sun is up there. And it was a beautiful day in LaSalle as well. Looking at the features here across the area, really not seeing anything except high pressure and control. Look at these high pressures ganging up on us. That's why it was such a beautiful day here in Cenla. And the high pressure will continue to rule the roost as far as the forecast is concerned for a little while longer. And you see no clouds in the forecast either. We have to go far to the west or to the east before we see anything really in the way of cloudiness. Now look ahead over the next couple of days. This is for Saturday. This is today. So we're between weather systems. One weather system off across the east. You see that trough being dug down. Again, this is where the movement of the air, you can follow the arrows here bending down like a roller coaster, and then there's the roller coaster dip, and there's the hill coming back up. That's an area where we have acceleration of air, if you remember your physics, and so that generates forces, and that forces the weather to change. We got another big system off the west coast right now, but that's too far away from us, so we're in between these guys right now. Tranquil pattern will remain on Sunday. This is kind of a dry west-northwesterly flow. The system to the east of us gets farther away from us, and the system out west doesn't make too much progress over in our direction, though. So another beautiful day on Sunday. Now, tonight's lows, we are going to see an average of 45 degrees from the long term, what we call climatology. I think what happens to us, we go back in the low 40s for an average. Now, there will be some readings cooler, 37. I think some folks will be able to get into the upper 30s tonight. We had a couple of readings this Saturday morning, in the middle 30s here across central Louisiana. And I do think some upper 40s are possible. So at least a 10-degree range across Cenla. You might not know if you didn't have this hyper-local data that we have, you might not know that there was that much variation across Cenla, and there is. The Weather Watchers networks indicate that is a fact. Now going into the high temperatures for your Sunday, 66 is typical. That's the long-term average. Record high is 83. We're not going to be too far from that. 79 is my average. Temperature ranging from 76 to 82 here across Cenla. So all in all, it is going to be a warm Sunday, and a little breeze picks up as well. Now, Futurecast coming back into the pattern. We see the system out west finally by the middle of the week makes its way into the central portion of the country, and we can see here where we get that twist in the jet stream. Here is the upper level flow coming in from the northwest like this, and then you have the southwesterly flow ahead of it. And once again, remember I talked about that change, the forces involved, the acceleration. When air changes speed and direction like this, that again, remember force equals mass times acceleration. And so if you change the wind speed or the wind direction, that is an area where the weather is going to change. This is a big system. This is going to bring a severe weather risk mainly to the north of us. I still wouldn't hesitate to agree with SPC if they would put out a marginal risk down in our particular area. You see some very fast flow here. This is at about 20,000 feet, getting into the 100-mile-per-hour range there across the area. So again, that is what's happening for midweek. In response to that, that system will move back off to the east of us. We'll see a little waviness in the flow here by Sunday. That is going to keep things a little bit unsettled. That's going to keep rain in the forecast all the way into the early part of the next week, and then a huge system out west. Again, this is one model's opinion. This is GFS, but this backed up by some other models to some extent or not. Some are saying it's not going to be that strong a system out west and so forth and so on. But just kind of want to show you that it will be kind of a changeable weather pattern. Some of these changes that we're talking about may persist past our 7-day forecast then. Going into the surface features, kind of the reality of this, we will see one of the first indications of the energy out west. This is something for you to watch for. You may be hearing about some heavy snow in the Rockies that was ahead in the first part of next week, so the Monday, Tuesday time frame. And then once we get through with that, that energy, as you saw with the previous map, will kind of work in our area. We get a line of rain and thunderstorms associated out ahead of that system. Again, that's that forcing, it's that acceleration of air that's changing the weather there and forcing, using the moisture that's available to create this line of showers and thunderstorms. Notice that it is a good bit weaker down in our area, and that's been a pretty consistent trend, a little stronger up here where the more the forcing is stronger. And so that makes sense, but I still would not argue. You saw that fast flow that I pointed out with SPC, if they would put out maybe a little bit of a marginal risk for us in that Wednesday time frame. And then that kind of moves out, kind of gets a brief break, I would say, before some more rain chances come back into the forecast here as we head into the latter part of the weekend. So your 7-day numbers coming back into sunlight. This sums everything up I said, kind of an apex of the presentation, if you will. We have a very warm period coming up through Tuesday. I'm forecasting average highs of 82 and 83 for Monday and Tuesday, and that's kind of in record territory or threatening record territory there. Notice how the nights warm up a good bit there. 42 for an average low Sunday. We turn it around to the mid 50s, then the low to mid 60s. Middle 60s for Wednesday. And so that is kind of a temperature roller coaster that we're going to see. There'll be breezy conditions. We're going to have some March winds a few days before March starts. But Monday, Tuesday, I'd say 25, 35 mile per hour wind gusts, not out of the question those 2 days. And that will pump in some cloudiness and some moisture. Then we have those scattered showers and thunderstorms in the forecast there for Wednesday. Just a few thunderstorms, nothing like an outbreak or anything like that. And then we start to see a cooling trend, a distinct, noticeable cooling trend heading into Thursday, but I still have to retain some rain chances on Thursday, about 30%. That 40-degree low, look at that, 25 lower than it will be Wednesday morning, and there'll be some upper 30s mixed in with that. Another chilly start for Friday, 62 for your high. There will be some rain with that second piece of energy, as I showed you, hit and miss showers and a few thunderstorms possible there. And then Saturday, I'm retaining a chance of some showers there as we try to warm up a tad more on that particular day. All right, that's about it for you. Enjoy a tremendous Sunday, just a great day after church to be outdoors. And again, Nick and I thank you for your support and watching us, and we'll be around somewhere for the day tomorrow.